My name is Robyn Love, and I'm the VP Sport and Societies within the Student Association. Edinburgh Napier is so central within Edinburgh. Edinburgh is a beautiful city, and I always wanted to come here. But within the university itself, it was the fact that they provide you with opportunities. At the time when I was applying, they provide you with opportunities, but it's up to you whether you take them or not. So I like that flexibility and the freedom that Edinburgh Napier provided, because I'm quite an independent person, so I like to make my own decisions, as well as the degree flexibility, because at that time you were able to choose your modules and kind of map out what you wanted to do. Well, they organised Freshers Week, so I guess that was my first kind of experience within the NSA, but it was the Thursday of the Freshers Fair, where I've always been interested in sport, and I wanted to try something new. So I'd played tennis for 10 years, so I came to the Freshers Fair and I signed up for the tennis team, and then I seen this girl on a stall holding a basketball, and I was like, she was the shortest girl I've ever seen. Didn't think she was a basketball player, so I just thought about it and I signed up for the women's basketball team, and ever since then I didn't even go to the tennis team at all. I thought, no, I want to stick with a team sport and get involved, and that's been my main involvement within the NSA. So it truly adds to your student experience. I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for the NSA. I mean, I did a biomedical science degree, played with the basketball team, and then became the VP for Sport and Societies, and now my journey is taking me to becoming a wheelchair basketball player for Great Britain. So you never know what's going to happen, and the NSA just provides so many opportunities that you can take, whether it's a representative, class representative, whether it's a sport, whether it's a society, whether you want to get involved with a campaign. They really do just enrich your student experience, and they are a fantastic group of people, and I would really want all students to get involved with the Student Association. Throughout my life, I've always been involved with sport. I took higher PE at school, I did coaching, I had a football at my feet since I was like 3 years old, but I was born with a disability, but it's never stopped me before. And in between, I took a gap year, but not your conventional gap year. I took a gap year where I had an operation on my leg to make it a bit longer and appear more straighter so that I could walk a lot better. So before I came to uni, that's what I did, played Mario Kart for a year, pretty much. And then I came to uni less than a year after my operation, so I wasn't fully recovered, but as soon as I got to Freshers Fair, found the basketball team, a week later I was training with them. And then I was the captain of the team in my third year, the president, secretary, treasurer throughout my 4 years with the team. And then from that, I also went into community coaching with under 12s in the city of Edinburgh, so they got me into that as well. And then during my VP role, I went onto a course with Basketball Scotland, and I really wanted to try wheelchair basketball, and I was there with one of the guys from Engage, which is the gym at Napier, and I was like, I really want to try wheelchair basketball, and he was like, well, just try it then, and I was like, I will try it. So then I emailed the development officer, and she got me in straight away, and from there she gave me my own chair straight away. Got me into a team. I went down to Nottingham after training only for 2 weeks at 7 in the morning. Went down to Nottingham and played my first games, scored my first points, and then 3 months later she bought me my own chair, and then I went down and trained with the GB Women, only Scottish person in the GB programme since 2002, in the senior programme since 2002. And now I got officially on the programme in the October, and then I went to Japan in February, and now I'm moving down to train with them full time to hopefully go to the Europeans for the Paralympic qualifiers. So all that happened in less than a year since I started playing. I got accepted into the GB programme, and all because of the opportunities that were available to me through the Students Association and my basketball skills that I learned, the confidence. Yeah, it's just all learned through being part of Edinburgh Napier University. Well, ideally I'd like to be at the Paralympics in 2016. Yeah, so I'm really working towards that. The next year and a half is going to be a lot of building up and getting more kind of chair skills and developing my game a lot more, so that's where I really hope to be in 2016. But also I hope to be a role model for Scottish women in sport. That's something I'm really passionate about. Just because of obviously my kind of representative role within the Students' Association, it's really shown me that with people as role models, a lot can change. So I'd like to really be at the forefront of disability sport for women, because I'm the only woman of my age playing disability sport and, well, playing wheelchair basketball in Scotland. So I really want to change that and try and empower more women to get involved with disability sport, and obviously the Paralympics would be the bonus to that as well. So in terms of basketball, we have a great facility at Engage at the Sighthill campuses, which was built in 13. Before that we trained at Watson's High School, so I was so happy when Engage opened. It's a fantastic facility, especially for basketball. Great rims, great backboards, which is really important in basketball, and I trained with the club there for many years and it was great. They also have great netball facilities within Engage, great gym. In terms of outdoor facilities, that's now going to be developed, I am aware, now that we've partnered with the SRU. So it's really exciting times for Napier University. I think with this development, it's really going to take Edinburgh Napier to the next level. We are a young university and we are evolving and we are developing, and I think that's the exciting part. Exciting time to be part of, because once it's all there, you're just used to it, but the fact that we have actually made a change and it's all happening now, I think is a lot more exciting. Well, TeamNapier is the brand for sport and societies within Edinburgh Napier University. It's, it brings people together, it's team spirit, it is a community. For me, TeamNapier is a lot more than people turning up and playing and training, it's everything around that. We've really created a brand with it in terms of Facebook, Twitter, so anyone listening to this, follow TeamNapier on Twitter and Facebook. Yeah, and all of our clubs within that, they have their own social media pages trying to build up this brand, but at the same time, in 2014 we were the top modern university in Scotland for sport in the Bucks ranks. That's beating RGU, Glasgow Cali, mainly RGU is our main rival, so I was really happy about that. We moved up 8 places last year and hopefully we're going to do the same this year, finish where we're at. So considering what we have and what in terms of funding, etc., we really do make the most of it, and it's our passion and how much our students care about representing the university and representing TeamNapier that we managed to succeed so well. We have 29 student societies at the moment. That has grown exponentially in the past 2 years, with over 700 members. We have many clubs. Our drama club has been going for 20 years. They're going to put on a fringe show for the first time this year. These societies really bring people together who have shared interests, whether it's anime, whiskey, drama, the international society. So we managed to bring these groups of people together who want to share similar experiences and have similar interests. And it is a kind of different group of people. And I think that the fact that we can bring so many students together is fantastic, because you would never meet these people on your course or anything like that. It's a really different way to get involved and engage with the Student Association, the university as a whole. I really enjoyed being a student rep. Even in my high school, I was a rep all the way through that, and I was deputy head girl at my high school. Mainly for my bubbly personality, not for my academic excellence or anything like that. Just my ability to bring people together. But within Edinburgh Napier, it was one of the first things we got asked to do, who wants to be a class rep, and I was like, oh, why not? So me and my friend did it. You got your free hoodie, which was nice, still got it. And it was a really interesting time when I was in first year, because it was, there was a lot of change in terms of the NSA was changing, the trustee board was coming in, or that was in the pipeline. There was a lot of constitutional changes, so it was quite an exciting time. There was a lot of kind of conflict going on. So in terms of the upper side of the NSA, like the more hierarchical situations, that was really interesting. In terms of down at the class level, I was just excited to represent my class and take their opinions forward and find out how we could change the student experience and make it a lot easier for our students to be represented. And I remember working with Mark Huxham a lot when he did his book grit days, where we would go to the pub and chat about science and represent the students. So yeah, I think Edinburgh Napier was a big family feel when it came to the university, and I thought that was really nice, and I liked it a lot. For me, it's a community of people who come together. There's so many different types of students, different types of people, but you can always find a way to come together, whether it's through sporting societies, whether it's being a class rep, whether it's being an ambassador. There's so many different opportunities that a university offer that it's difficult not to get involved, I think. If you don't get involved, then you must not be looking hard enough, or looking at all, really, because it's in your face all the time in a really good way, I think. For me, like, I'm really sad to go. Like, I've been here for 6 years, and I think the university sells itself. You don't need other people to do it. It's in a beautiful city with great lecturers and academic standards and amazing opportunities to really progress them as people, as students as people, through the Students' Association, due to the partnership with the university and the Student Association. So yeah, I would just say all students should come to Napier. I don't see why you wouldn't. I've had obviously the pleasure of meeting staff in different kind of caps, so as a student and then as a Vice President of Sporting Societies, and that's two very different roles. So as a student, the life sciences staff, because I did biomed, were fantastic. I have to say, I could name a few that I think are brilliant. They know your name from the first day. They're always willing to help, go that extra mile for you. If you put the effort in, they'll put the effort in times 10. I can still remember, obviously, my first year classes, my second year classes, my third year classes. I could tell you who was the lecturer for every single one, and I'm sure they can still remember me, whether good or bad. And then as VP Sporting Societies, I got to meet the university leadership team and a lot of different departments within the university, and it gave me a lot more insight into what happens behind closed doors. Students just turn up and go to their lectures, or if they're not involved with class rep or anything, they won't meet these people. And I think it's fantastic, the work that all the other departments within the university do to make it tick behind the scenes, really. Get involved with the Student Association, number one, always. Number two, see Edinburgh, it's a beautiful city. Number three, take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way, within reason. Every opportunity that comes your way within the university. I didn't get where I am today by, passing by these opportunities, by not being brave enough. Like, I wouldn't be where I am today if I wasn't VP Sporting Societies, and I took that chance, and sometimes you have to do it. You've got to be brave enough to have the people behind you to support you as well. My first experience with the kind of careers department was CV doctor. So I had my CV assessed for just kind of a retail kind of job. I've always worked all the way through uni, and they helped just kind of modify that a wee bit, and that was really helpful. Then in my fourth year, I seen a careers advisor, and she actually took me through, this is before I decided to be VP Sporting Societies, she took me through an application process fully, which was really helpful because these forms are so complicated, and I really valued that help and support that they provide, just knowing that that's there is so important. Every student should take advantage of it. And then within my role as VP, we went on numerous Confident Futures workshops, from networking, which I think is really important. I think first years should go on it, everyone should go on it. That's a really great workshop. Creating convincing proposals, that one as well. I think that and the networking was the most valuable one that I took on board. You just learn really important skills, and even if you're not going to write a proposal, I think you could apply it to anything that you're going to do within your university career and beyond. It just provides you with the skills to do so. And we did numerous other kind of workshops as well, which I find really valuable. Those are the two that stick out to me. The university facility that sticks out to me, and the one that I've mentioned to students all the time whenever I do talks to freshers, is the Jack Kilby Centre. That is where a lot of students during exam time, hand-in time, spend most of their lives. It is a culture within itself. Students are there till 6 in the morning for hours and hours. I've been there all night, Kilby all-nighters, it's what happens. Obviously you shouldn't do that, but I did.
So what is the JKCC?
The JKCC is a 24-hour computing centre located on the Merchiston campus, and it is really the hub during exam time. For me, that was a really important aspect of the university, and actually one of the things that attracted me to the university was the fact that they had the 24-hour labs here. And a lot of students find it so valuable that we have that as a facility. Libraries, I was at Sighthill, and they have fantastic library facilities. 5 levels of different levels of sound you're allowed to go to, 5th floor being ultimate silence, with great views of Edinburgh. I just think it caters to all different types of the way they learn, the way they take in information. I never went to the 5th floor because I hate quiet, so I like a bit of noise. The NSA Students Association is based at Merchiston campus. It is room B34. It's a great hub of creativity. There's always a buzz about it, it's always busy. That's where you'll find all of your sabbatical officers, your student president, VP reps, volunteers, VP sporting societies, where you'll find out ISAS is there for your student help and support. They're also based on every single campus to make it easier for students to access. Every student should come into the Student Association and find out what we're about, because they really are like a fantastic group of people, and they only just want to make your student experience better. Apart from that, we've got the Union Bar at the Three Sisters, and there's also the Bainfield Bar for the student residents down at the Bainfield campuses, and we have a weekly Wednesday club night as well, which some students enjoy going to. I wasn't really one of those students. Join student societies, and we have the International Society, or if you're interested in sports, obviously join sports. It's the best and easiest way to meet people. Obviously there are people on your course, but if you have a shared interest, it's a lot easier to meet people. Go and see Edinburgh, it's beautiful. Get involved with Freshers Week, because we do trips to Pitlochry, distillery tours. Again, just get involved with the Student Association. It's just fantastic. My strongest memories, of course, will be with the women's basketball team. They were my family for 4 years. They motivated me to be the Vice President for Sporting Societies. They motivated me and supported me through GB by coaching me and allowing me to come into their training sessions with my chair. That's that team spirit. So I'd say they are my strongest memory, 100%. I think my course, there are a lot of practical things that I got to do that I'll never forget. Doing my dissertation on cancer cells, I think that's pretty fantastic. I don't know how many people can say that. And then obviously my role within the Students Association has meant a lot to me. The strongest memory would probably have to be speaking to over 500 students at a Sports and Societies Awards Ball and telling them how amazing they all are, and just the fact that they all turned up and wanted to celebrate together. For me, that's amazing. Well, hopefully I'll get on the alumni mailing list. I intend to tweet, Facebook, do all those kind of things. I mean, when you leave, you're still part of the university, you're still part of Team Napier, you know, it's Team Napier for life. I'll never forget it. Anything that I do that even makes me think of the university, I'll tweet them. I'll have my Team Napier water bottle at all times. And hopefully they'll invite me back. Hopefully going to go to the Sports Society's Awards Ball again next year if they invite me, and for years to come, I hope. And I'm sure the university will invite me back for numerous things, and I'd be more than happy to come back.